Hey, my name is Rachel Scoltock. I'm with you today to give you an update of the energy that's going on around the world at the moment, what you can expect to feel. Today is the 7th of May. So we're in a full moon right now, under this full moon. And also we're right at the beginning of May. So I thought this is a good time to give you an update on what the energy is like, and also bring through the messages that have been channeling through to me in the last 2 days from the angels about what to expect, what to do, what kind of work you can be doing right now on yourself and globally to help everybody. And it's quite a lot, so I had to take notes. I finally managed to get a little bit of space in my schedule because since all this started, I've doubled up on the amount of work that I've been doing, the amount of people I've been seeing, and that hasn't given me much space at all. So I'm really glad to be bringing this to you right now. So I hope you can hear me if you're online with me at the moment. So what the angels are saying about the energy for May is definitely what we told you in April, is that by mid-May, things will start lightening up. And there was this really dark, heavy, pressurizing energy in April. And it did lighten up every now and then. They did give us a little bit of a break. And a lot of people went through an intense time of really waking up to their spiritual side, opening their intuition, recognizing things that they hadn't been grateful for before that were in their lives, and also having realizations about what it is that they wanted to change in their lives. So, and then the energy got a little bit almost harder, that there's been this period of almost boredom, struggle, people really being over it, ready for the change. And this kind of flat energy came in. But the angels are telling me that a lot of the spiritual work people have been doing, a lot of the prayers, the energy work, the visualizations, the coming together and connecting over this has invited in a big stream of energy that's really being assisted and is really helping us to move through this much more quickly than we perhaps might have. So they don't want you to let up on that at all, is to, keep doing your global prayers, keep visualizing things as being better, keep seeing this thing as gone and the world being a better, lighter, happier place. The dark energy that's kind of battling with the light at the moment, if you like, is making people feel a bit hopeless and a little bit drained and tired, and as if like you don't have the power. And you might notice there's a lot of videos, there's a lot of posts, a lot of which are helpful and some aren't helpful, because if it makes you feel powerless, if it makes you feel as if it's all not worth making the effort, or it's all too hard, everything is against us, there's a dark power that we can't overcome, if you get into that way of thinking, then it has won, and really it's only a thought, and you can change it. You can change that thought. So again, be very conscious of what you're tapping into, what you're watching and listening to. Oh, hang on, my light's just gone out. I'll leave it like that, I think. Just pay attention to that. That's interesting, isn't it? Just give me a second. Just make sure I'm not about to electrocute myself. All right. So just pay attention to what is going on and what you're tuning into, and how you feel after and during when you're watching things. Because the energy, if the energy isn't right for you, then learn the information, whatever you want to take from it, and then let it go. Because turn it off, switch it off. And the same goes for your thoughts. And this is the most important thing that you can hear at the moment, is it doesn't matter about where these things are coming from, what's happening. It's taking your power back and recognizing that the way that you think affects every single thing in your life, including your health, including your relationships, including your happiness, and including what happens in the collective as well. So it's time to take your power back in your thoughts. Now, the angels are saying that this month is about hope. Hope is the most important thing. And they're visualizing it as if we've all been under this big heavy blanket, and you've been through so much, right? You've been through things personally, relationships, difficult times, people that haven't been good to you, maybe have bullied you, maybe have abused you, put you down. And over the last 3 years and perhaps the last 10 years, you've been through a lot of things. And that has been this intensity has been really hard on spiritual people, empaths, light workers, people who are sensitive. And that has left you feeling as if you're weary, you're over it, you can't do it anymore. And that's not true. That's what the fear, that's what the negativity wants you to think. But the only way that you can get out of this is by taking your power back and also re-engaging with the angels and re-engaging with hope. Now, hope is saying, I know that there is light on the other side of this. I know that good things can come. I know that I am capable of making a change. I know that something wonderful can happen, because without that hope, you're actually shutting out the good things from coming to you. So Kim says, I keep asking for help with myself letting go of an ex and it doesn't seem like it's working. Well, seem is the right idea, Kim. If you give in to that thought, it's not working, then you're going to be controlled by that and you're not going to be able to let go. But if you start to help that thought by saying, it is working, I know my angels are on my side, I know that there is light on the other side of this, I know that I'm going to get through this, and there is something for me to learn here. And that is the thing that will energize the change for you. Now, the change comes sometimes through guidance. There might be a piece of guidance that you're missing at this time. That's a step that you have to take in order for what you want to happen. There might be something that you keep pushing away and saying, oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, I can't do that. And the angels can't do it for you, right? They can't make the change. They can't make you change your thoughts, but they can bring you the guidance as a signpost to guide you in that direction. So anytime we go into defeatism, we're going into victim. And this is the thing that the angels want us to know more than anything. The darkness must go now, but the only way that it can have a hold on you is if you believe yourself a victim, if you believe yourself powerless. And that's why, I love reading and hearing and learning new information. And I don't mind doing a bit of research about what's going on in the world and what there could be ulterior motives that are going on from governments. But I don't believe at any point, at any time, that we are all helpless victims and there's nothing that we can do about these things. I believe that the light is winning, and I believe that it only wins when we recognize our true power, because we have the power to say yes to things and we have the power to say no to things. And if enough of us are in that awareness and stand up for ourselves, then those negative things, whether it's an individual trying to bully you, it's a past situation that you can't get out of your head, or a negative, corporation who are planning everybody to be vaccinated and come under their control, then if we believe ourselves helpless victims, then of course all of those things are going to be terrifying, scary, and we are giving power to them. And we've got to take our power back. So the angel said that in May, there is this new energy coming through, which is here to support us. But they wanted to keep reminding you that the angels aren't like Superman. They don't come in and rescue you from yourself or your problems. What your angels actually do is they can beam positive energy at you, they comfort you, they give you guidance, and they can give you protection, but they can't protect you from yourself. So if you're the one thinking negative thoughts, you're the one inviting negative energy in, and you're not allowing the positive energy to have a grip on you, if that makes any sense. So things are starting to get easier now, and it's time to replace some of those negative circumstances and negative situations. Whatever is up for you at the moment, whether it's negative thoughts, past pain, struggles, anger, resentment, feeling stuck, feeling broke, feeling worried about the future, it's like a gift that's been dropped in front of you that says, these are the things that you need to be working on. These are the things that you need to be working on. And remember that spiritual work, your guides, your angels, even a healer, even a psychic can't do it for you. You have to be interested enough, motivated enough, responsible enough to say, okay, no one is going to drive this car for me. They're going to point me in the right direction. They might even pave the road, but they're not going to drive me to my destination. I've got to drive it. And so you're the one that has to take the steps. And until you realize that, you're always going to feel like you're powerless, that someone else has power over you, but it's actually an illusion. It's not true. So the angels are opening the door right now, and they say that we're being surrounded by a kind of angel, a guardian angel that is called the angel of hope. And just like Archangel Michael has his band of mercy angels, and just like Archangel Raphael has the angels of healing, they're a team of angels that are dedicated to that particular purpose. The angels of hope, the angel of hope has a team of angels, and those are the angels that are streaming in right now. And they are asking that if you imagine that you're under a heavy blanket of all of the things that have happened to you in the past, the fear, the anxiety, whatever it is, that what you're being asked to do is to throw that blanket off of you and start to let the light in. Because whilst you're under the blanket and you feel all of those things, negative, sad, hopeless, despairing, you're not letting the light in. It's just like opening a window in your room. You open to let the fresh air in. You've got to open your energy and let the hope in. You've got to allow yourself to feel hope, to feel light, and allow the darkness to disappear. And the angels are saying that you and I and all the people that are switched on and connected through angels, through, spiritual belief, faith, are all helping with removing this darkness. This is why we're here at this time. So instead of asking, why is this happening? Why is this happening to me? And feeling hopeless, is to ask, how can I heal this? How can I help to heal this? And that's what's going to bring the guidance through. Sometimes we can't see what we've got to do or how we've got to do it because it's something that we've never done before. And this virus, this pandemic that's going on at the moment, and everything that's, with it, are things that we have never done before. We've never seen them before. So of course, we're not going to grab the solution out of a book or out of something, it's not a lesson that we've been through before. So this lesson, we need to approach it with, okay, I'm open to the wisdom and the guidance for this. I'm open to trying new things and doing something different and doing things that take me out of my comfort zone, which might involve, learning something new, doing a meditation if you're not into meditation, doing a prayer if you're not into prayer, going to a healer for guidance and healing, reading books that you've never read before. There is energy coming through for you, but the angels are saying to us, please open to it. And then things are going to get easier and the future will manifest much more quickly. And so the future that we want, right, is a pandemic-free future, a future that is healthy, that is abundant, where everybody has their jobs and everyone has the money coming in and everyone has a happy, healthy relationship. Whatever that is for you, that future is what is going to replace the negative. And if we focus on the negative, if we focus on the past, if we focus on what's wrong, we're not making space for the thing that we want to replace it. So that's what we got to focus on, the hope and what we want to replace it. So in my scribblings here, so the virus is helping the transmutation of a lot of fear. And it's also a bit of a manifestation too of fear, pain, and this feeling of powerlessness. And when I asked the angels today about how it could be healed, they showed me that there are certain people who've got very high vibration on the planet. And some of those people have volunteered, this isn't just going to happen to everyone, so don't worry, have volunteered to have this virus in their body. And when they have it in their body, this sounds really way out, but It's what I was told. When they have this in their body, they're going to transform it. They're going to transmute it. It's going to change it slightly. And when it's changed, it will kind of die off because it won't work anymore in the way that it's been working. So there's also, they talked about a very, keeping your vibration very high, which is all about your mind. You do know that this universe, this world that we live in, your life, everything about it is mental energy, is mind energy. Everything starts with a thought. It becomes an emotion and a thought together become energy. And the energy is either negative or positive, fear-based or love-based, depending on what it is that you are holding in your mind and in your consciousness. So raising your vibration means coming out of the vibration of fear, self-doubt, anger, resentment, pain, suffering, victimization, persecution, worry, judgment, resentment. You come out of those vibrations and you come up to the level of divine love. And divine love is your true nature. It's the truth of your energy. That's your natural state. And your natural state is not negativity, is not fear. That's something that you've learned. And your natural state of divine love is why negativity and pain and fear feel so bad. It's like why people come to healers, right? And say, I don't want to feel like this anymore, because it's not right for you. It's not natural. So coming up to the vibration of divine love, even if it's only for 2 minutes a day, and then trying to concentrate on bringing your thoughts back to positivity, to gratitude, to things you want rather than what you don't want. Focusing on maybe watching movies that uplift you rather than scare you. Maybe going for walks, looking at nature, being more in the moment rather than letting your energy of fear take you over. So when you're in this vibration of divine love, all that is disease, disharmony, negativity, fear, the low vibrations that keep us trapped, those low vibrations dissolve at divine love. Guilt and shame, feeling bad about yourself. So many situations and people are very focused on making us feel bad about ourselves, right? And that's not a coincidence. Because in the low vibration, we're powerless. We act powerless. We think we're powerless. So we don't speak up about things. We don't use our power, which is, your intuition, your psychic senses, your connection to angels and guides, which is a God-given power that everyone has. You don't act on your divine life purpose and your guidance. So, now I'm getting a high-pitched download from the angels right now. So when you are in the divine love frequency, the high frequency, all of those things kick in for you and you come into your power. And this is the world that we are creating right now. We are birthing that world. For too long, humans have forgotten about this power. They've denigrated it. Like, it's not a coincidence that sensitive people have been taught that it's wrong to be sensitive and empathic. Where's that come from? Because it's a natural, admirable, it's actually an admirable, high vibrational skill to be sensitive and empathic. Psychopaths aren't sensitive and empathic. They're numb, they don't feel. So the true human, who is part angel, is sensitive and empathic. And yet we've been taught that it's not right. Who have we been taught by? We've been taught by the non-empathic people. We've been mocked by them. We've been put down by them. We've had to struggle because of them. And that is the darkness that is being shifted right now. We're taking our power back. So this darkness has to go now. It has to. And that is where we are at the moment. So you can say things like, Archangel Michael, I direct you and I direct my mind energy, and I see and visualize this coronavirus dissolving in violet light and transmuting into light and love. I now make a commitment to use my mind energy, my God-given power, to transmute to fear and negativity and to keep my vibration high. So low vibrational energy gets way too much of your attention and time, right? Like, in past, decades, it became a thing to analyze everything. We had to analyze every emotion that we had, every terrible thing that happened to us as children. And what did that do? It was like pouring gasoline on a fire. The more you focus on it, the stronger it gets. The more you focus on it, the bigger it gets. Now, some therapy is awesome. I've had loads of therapy, and it's really helped me because it was therapy that was done with the consciousness of identify the problem, become aware of your negativity and how you use it, and take your power back and create something different. Change that energy, change that thought. Recognize, okay, I was being really victim-y back there. I was giving all my power away to negative things people had said to me, and I was acting like I had no power. And then when you get that awareness, you feel a bit sick because you think, oh, I don't like the way I was. But then you change it. And when you change it, you grow. And that kind of therapy is good. The kind of therapy that keeps you talking endlessly about your problems, not good. No good at all. Because the fascination with your neurosis, your negativity, the bad things that happen to you, the abuse, is spiraling you down deeper into it. It's a wonderful way for darkness to get you off your life purpose and just focusing. I can't possibly do my life purpose until I've fixed all of these problems I have. Guess what? Everybody's got problems. And you can do your life purpose and still have your problems. And by lifting your vibration, those problems are going to shift and move away. So this is where we're at right now. So yes, things are going to get easier, but in some ways they're going to feel harder because your stuff is coming up. And why is it coming up? Because you're being detoxed. Your angels, your guides are saying to you, hey, you need to deal with this now before it's too late. You need to now shift this. You at least need to have an intention to shift it. It doesn't mean you have to go through years of therapy. It doesn't have to be super hard. It's a moment of awakening. And the more you put your attention and light around that, you are going to recognize one day you'll wake up and you go, you know what? I'm not hanging on to that anymore. I've just had an awakening. I've just realized it's actually about me. You will have a moment like that. So this is what the angels are teaching us right now. And this is the energy. And we have to stop being passive about it. So the angels of hope are working with you, and you have to have a personal conversation with them and say, I'm ready to fling off this blanket of darkness, this victimization feeling, this powerless feeling, and allow the energy of hope in. Don't let anyone take your hope away, whether it's a person from the past. And, I've had that too. I've had some people who've tried really hard to take away my shine, and some who have almost succeeded, but it'll never happen again. Don't let anyone take your hope away. Don't let anyone in these videos on YouTube and whatnot who are talking about all the dreadful things in the world take your hope away. You might say, yeah, that probably needs a letter to my minister or my MP, and that might need a petition signing. And this, when the time comes, I will stand up and say, no, I have authority over my body and I'm not going to be microchipped for anybody. That's what you do. But in the meantime, you've got to keep your vibration high and not let anyone take away your hope, because hope is what is needed more than anything at the moment. And that will help everybody, right? We've got to stop being so fascinated with negativity. Jenny says there's biological truth in what you said about the virus. COVID is an mRNA virus and they mutate often, and I can believe this could happen. Yes, you just gave me goosebumps, Jenny. Thank you. You're a health expert. I know that. Let's all believe that this is actually what will happen. So what I said earlier about what the angels said is that some high vibrational people are taking this virus voluntarily, and it's transmuting and mutating inside their body, transmutating. And it's becoming harmless. It's going to become harmless. So we have to trust. But also, if you keep your vibration high and you raise your vibration above it, you're not going to be on the vibration of the virus, and you don't have to catch it. You don't have to get it, right? So that I think has been the least of many people's problems. But and if you have had it, then you've had it, maybe you're a person who needed it for their vibration so that you could rise above it, right? Maybe that was part of it, but you don't have to hold on to it. You know what? For 10 years, a bit more, I said, I don't get colds and flu. And I still say it now. I don't get colds and flu. I don't get colds and flu. And I just told my energy, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm not doing it. So I didn't get a cold or flu for about 10 years. And then when I turned 50 a couple of years ago, I'd had a really super bad year. I'd had a hideous relationship with someone who harassed me endlessly. I'd had a couple of other things happen that were not nice. They were building a house next to me, so there was constant noise 24/7 or 12 hours 7. And my energy was depleted, and I was anemic, and my energy was frayed. My energy field was starting to get depleted and frayed. So what happened when I turned 50 is I got a cold, and I was sick for 8 weeks. And that's the only reason I did, because my vibration was so tattered from all of the things that had happened to me. And so I came out of that, good. So we know our bodies are powerful things. If you cut your finger, you'll be able to watch your body heal itself. And it can do the same with everything. Now, it might take a bit longer with things it's never had before, but it doesn't have to. It will eventually heal itself, unless it's your time to go, and then it's your time to go. So we need to stop giving power to fear. So I want you to know that I am doing a special light activation webinar on the 22nd of May. It's in a couple of weeks, and it's Divine Love Activation, the healing power of divine love. I'm going to be working with the angels. The angels guided me for this title, for what this is going to be, to lift you up to this higher vibration and consciousness. It's going to help you let go of those negative things that are stubbornly clinging into your energy field and into your mind. We're going to be working on guilt. We're going to be working on resentment, clearing out forgiveness, clearing out fear and disempowerment and victimization, amongst other things. You're going to be doing that for yourself. We're also going to be working on your heart chakra, which your heart chakra is healing, right? And it's very connected to your hand chakras. So when your heart chakra is open, not only are you able to heal yourself better, but you are able to heal others too. So we'll be working on opening, activating, cleaning out your heart chakra, healing things like brokenheartedness, trauma, abuse, the things that have really kind of got you in the heart center, because it is the center, right? So we want you back in your power. And we're lifting you to the level, working with the angelic frequencies of divine love and hope, and doing some reparation of your energy field so that you haven't got that tattered, low vibrating. You can be raising your vibration, but if your energy field is depleted, it's like letting air out of a tire. You pump the tire up, you drive 100 meters, and the tire goes down again. So we're going to be repairing your aura so that when negative energy does come towards you, because we live in a duality, it sometimes does, it's gonna wash off you. It's not going to heat. It's not going to penetrate. So that's what we're doing on May the 22nd, which is Australian Sydney time at 10 a.m. And that is a Friday. So it will be Thursday evening in places like America and Canada. And you'll have to look up your own time. If you just Google what time is that, it will probably be the day before. And in England, it will be at a horrible time, 1 a.m. But you can always get the replay and get just as many effects. Biology of belief, Jenny says, right. So if you'd like to come to that, there's still time. It's low priced. You can just go over to the link which I've put near this video, and you can make your booking, and you'll automatically get an email which gives you the link for the Zoom meeting. And then within 24 hours of that Zoom meeting, you will get the replay as well, which you'll have access to endlessly for its lifetime, for your lifetime. So if you'd like to be a part of that, it's very much in alignment with everything that I've been talking about today. And the work I do is channeled. So I channel the angels' messages, I channel the angels' energy. And when you're brought to that high vibration and I focus my energy on you, then you are also, you are healed. Energy starts to leave your body that shouldn't be there. So go over and to my website and make that booking. Tracy's already booked up. Well done. Thank you, Trace. Jane says she needs to be hearing this right now. I've been feeling fearful about what's going on and powerless. Yeah. So it's that, and we've got to remember the darkness wants us powerless. And what is the darkness? It's fear. Negative people, corrupt people, people who gain from you not being in your power, people who are manipulative. So once you're in your power, no one can take that from you. Jenny's talking about The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton, Dr. Bruce Lipton. I will agree, Jenny, that's a wonderful book. One of the things he says is that what we think translates into our body. It absolutely does. Feelings, because they're felt in the body, and this is biologically based. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. And everything you think and feel becomes an energy, and it sits in your energy field, and if it's there long enough, it will turn up in your body. And that's what illness and disease is. It's energy at a low frequency that we've held on for too long, which makes us susceptible to our immune system being lowered as well. So is there any questions? Low vibration makes me snowball with my emotions. Yeah. So Sky, that's actually an affirmation. So you need to change that and say, my emotions are always snowballing to high vibration. Say something like that, because if you believe that coming into contact with a low vibration, like a negative person, or someone's mean to you in a shop, you will always spiral. But if you say, I'm protected, I'm guided, I'm surrounded by angels, negative energy just washes off me, then that becomes your truth, because what you think about becomes the truth for you. Hey, Karen. Hi, Karen. Hello, Kim. Oh, yeah, Jenny says she's not sleeping well, and I wasn't sleeping well either. And then that kind of shifted. So if you know Reiki, you can give yourself Reiki. You can do the violet flame affirmation mantra. I'm a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires is another great way to clear your bedroom and your energy and get to sleep. Asking the angels to surround you as you sleep. Doing a few Om chants before you go to sleep. Playing music of a high frequency just before you sleep. All of those things will really calm your energy and help you to come into a nice deep sleep. Okay, my lovelies, I'll leave it there. What are orbs? Orbs. So orbs that I showed in my photograph that I took on Sunday, I've been praying for a lot on Sunday. I was talking to my angels a lot and asking for signs and just praying generally for the world. And then when I went for my walk, I asked the angels to give me some signs. And when I took my photo, this beautiful orb. So sometimes a flash on the screen on a photograph is because it's just a light. It's just a reaction. But an orb is often got some depth to it. So the one I took has like 3 little white lights in the center. It's green, and then it's got an aura around it. And so it had Archangel Raphael green, it had 3 guardian angels, and it had Archangel Michael and Metatron colors around it as well. And then it had a big white aura around it. So orbs are the angels, but they're also the angels downloading energy and information to us. And sometimes by looking at an orb in a photograph, we'll get that downloaded information, maybe to open your intuition or to connect with the angels. It will just come into your field. You don't have to do anything. So they are signs of angels' presence, and they're also downloads and energy that the angels know that we need. And praying and thinking high vibrational things, sending light and energy to people, praying the angels will help people, is a way to attract more orbs into your life. So you know really by the feeling, Jenny. It's a little bit like when you find a feather and you go, is that just a feather or is it a message? You get a feeling of peace, a feeling of upliftment, almost joy when you see it. And sometimes you just got to meditate and go, okay, what is this? Thank you. All right, thank you. I better leave it there so I don't go on too long, and I'm getting hungry for my dinner. So have a beautiful wherever you are in the world, evening, morning. And I'm sending you lots of love and angel blessings. And remember, stay in your power and call on the angels of hope. See you next time.